Good morning. Welcome to today's live. I'm so happy to be with you here this morning or whatever time you're tuning in. This is the first live for my channel this year, so happy new year. And I'm really looking forward to working out with you today. Today we've got a full body routine. We're not going to be using any equipment whatsoever. It's just body weight resistance, and you're going to really feel it in those arms, abs, glutes, and thighs. Of course, if you want to increase the level of challenge, feel free to throw on a set of ankle weights, but even without the weights, you're still going to feel the work. Okay, so we're going to start off on the mat. I'm going to sit with my legs crossed. You can be kneeling, you can be standing, whatever's more comfortable for you. We're going to warm up the body. So sitting up really nice and tall or standing up really nice and tall. We're going to stack the vertebrae one on top of the other and ensure that the chin is parallel with the floor. From this position, we're going to stretch out the neck by looking to the right, stretching through the side of the neck, keeping the chin parallel with the floor. Then bring the gaze back to center, looking down, stretching the back of the neck. Look up, and then bring your gaze up to the ceiling, to center, and over to the left. Nice stretch to the side of the neck and back to center. Now we're just going to gently roll out the neck a little bit. So looking over to the right, rolling over to the left, looking over to the left, rolling gently over to the right. Let's take two more. Good, and one more. And we'll bring the gaze back to center. Now we're going to mobilize the shoulders. So I'd like you to bring the hands up overhead, reach for the ceiling, palms facing forward. We're going to pull the elbows down, knitting the shoulder blades together, then reach back up, twist to the right, bringing the right hand down behind you, looking out over right shoulder, back to center, pull down, activating the upper back muscles, lift, and then twist to the left. Good, keeping those hips facing forward, repeating. Pull down, up, and twist and rotate around the thoracic spine. Pull down, lift, and twist and rotate. So we're warming up those shoulders. We're mobilizing the spine. I want you to really focus on your posture as you pull down, growing up nice and tall through the crown of the head. Good. Breathing out to pull down and breathing out to twist. And let's do one more each side. Pull it down and rotate. Nice rotation. Pull it down and rotate. Really twist through the spine, stretch through the neck, and back to center. Nicely done. Now we're going to move into either a kneeling or a standing or a cross-legged cat-cow. So we're going to interlace the fingers behind the head. Take the elbows nice and wide to begin with, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to inhale, curve inwards, rounding through the spine, bringing the elbows in, and then exhale, open through the chest and extend the spine, arching the spine. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, round forward, scoop the belly in, and exhale, arch. Good work. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing how the spine feels different in these different positions. Good for 3. Really open up those elbows. 2. Extend and lengthen. And last one. Amazing work. Bring the spine back to neutral. From here, we're going to prepare for downward dog. So plant your palms down on the mat, curl your toes, and pike up into a downward dog. From this position, we're going to lift up really high on the tippy toes, elevating the hips, and then lower the heels down toward the mat. Don't worry if they don't touch. And you can also have your knees bent a little bit more too if that feels better. Just focus on stretching the backs of the legs. So lift up onto the toes and ease down to stretch the calves. Lift up and ease down. Your head should be hanging heavy between your shoulders here. Good for 3, 2, keep those hips elevated, nice flat upper back, and final 1. Amazing. Now from here, we're going to come forward, bringing right knee toward right elbow, and then pike back into your downward dog. Left knee toward left elbow, and pike back. Good. Right knee toward right elbow, really opening up in the hip, or stretching through the hip as you do so. Alternating sides. Good. Stretching between each repetition. And let's do one more each side. Really bring that knee as close up toward that elbow as you can. And last one. Lift. And then soften knees down to the mat. Take the knees nice and wide and push back into your child's pose. Really lengthen through the spine here. Stretching out the shoulders for 3 and 2 and 1. Nicely done. Okay, now we're going to move into our upper body portion of the workout. So we're going to start off in an all fours position, and I'm going to extend the right arm out long, extend the left leg out long. Find stability across the shoulders and the hips. From here, gaze is down on the floor. We're going to lift the right arm, keeping it in level with the left shoulder, and then lift the left leg. Lift the right arm and lift the left leg. So you're keeping your shoulders square with the mat. You're keeping your hips square with the mat as you alternate between lifting your arm and leg. Reach through those fingers, lengthen through those toes. Good. For 4, 3, 2, finding length and stability, and 1. Amazing work. Now we're going to lift the arm and the leg at the same time. Plug navel in, find balance, find stability. If it's too much with the leg extended, you can lower the knee down to the mat for 3, 2, 1. Take your right hand below your shoulders, keep your elbows in close towards your side of the body, and lower into a tricep push-up. Push up. Good. Nice work. Lower the leg. Now we're going to do that again. Extend the arm and the leg. Hold for 5, 4, plugging belly in toward the spine, 2 and 1. Lower the right hand. Lower into a tricep push-up. Push up through the heels of your hands. Good. Lower for a moment. Repeat. Hold and extend. Plug navel in. Reach, reach, reach to opposite sides of the room for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your hand and lower into a tricep push-up. Amazing work. Last one this side. We're extending and lengthening. We're working that balance, working that control and stability for 2 and 1. Lower tricep push-up. Give it all you've got. Lower down and push up through the heels of the hands. Nicely done. Lower the knee. Sink back into child's pose for 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Come forward again, knees under hips. And extend the right leg, extend the left arm. From here, lifting the arm, then lifting the leg. Squeezing the glute as you lift, activating the shoulder as you lift the arm, working that balance, control, and stability. Nice stable trunk. You can achieve that through core engagement as you breathe out to lift. Let's go 4, 3, lengthen through those toes and fingers, 2, and 1. Extend arm and leg at the same time. Work that balance and stability. Lower your hand down toward the mat and lower into your tricep push-up. Drive up through the heels of the hands. Good. Extend and hold. Nice strong straight arm, nice strong straight leg for 3, 2, 1. Lower hand, tricep push-up, get low and push your weight up off the mat. Good work. Last 2 sets here. Extend, extend, extend. Hold, nice tight core for 3, 2, and 1. Lower hand, tricep push-up, push mat away. Nicely done, you're doing great. Okay, extend, extend. Last one. Really working that stability, balance, and control for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Get nice and low, elbows in close, and push mat away into your tricep push-up. Nice work, guys. Okay, from here we're going into some tricep push-ups and forearm dips. So it looks like this. We're lowering the chest between the hands and then pushing up. And then we're lowering the forearms down to the ground just so the elbows are hovering above the mat, and then pushing up so the weight stays in the heels of the hands. We're alternating between the two. So tricep push-up, push mat away, forearm tap, pressing up through the heels of the hands. Good. Tricep push-up, come forward and then push up, and then back a bit for your forearm tap. Good. Lower, lift. Lower the forearms and lift, keeping the tension on those triceps the entire time. So really mind-muscle connection with those triceps, focusing on the backs of the arms, powering you through these movements. Good. Lower, lift, and ensure that your core is engaged and that you're not arching in the back here or rounding. You want a nice flat back. Good. Lower, lift, lower, lift. 2 more. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Last one. And 1 more tricep push-up. Amazing work. Take the knees wide. Walk your hands out. Keep your hips elevated. And sink back into a puppy pose for 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Now, to finish off our upper body work and to really fire up the abs, we're going to move into 2 variations of plank. First, a high plank. If your wrists are bothering you, come down into a low plank straight away. We're going to move from a high plank to a low plank, but you can do the entire thing in low plank if you would prefer. Wrists or elbows under shoulders, step back, create a nice long flat line with the body. Power up through the abs. Good. From here, we're going to tap the right knee to the mat and lift. Tap the left knee and lift, alternating sides. As you lift that knee, I want you to breathe out, and I want you to really pull your navel up towards your spine. Let's go 4, 3, 2, you're doing great, and 1. Lower down onto the forearms if you're not already there. Elbows below wrists. Double knee taps. So we're tapping down, lifting up. Tapping down, lifting up. Working that core, working that upper body strength. Tap both knees and lift into your low plank. For 5, 4, 3, stay nice and broad across the shoulders. And final 1, nicely done. Take the knees wide and push back for a breather in child's pose. You can gently wave your hands from side to side to release any tension in those wrists. For 3, 2, and 1. Great. Ooh, that was challenging. You can do such good work even without weights. Feeling really strong in the upper body, feeling a little shaky now. I'm going to come down onto my left forearm and prop myself up, really tightening in through the waistline here so I'm not sort of slumped. I'm bending the knees, bringing the heels toward the bum, stacking the knees, hips, and ankles. We're going to go into some clamshells here. Again, try not to let yourself slump here. You need to really be pushing yourself up through that supporting elbow. Hand can come on the hip or down on the mat. We're going to lift, keeping the inside of the feet glued together, and lower. Lift and lower. For 8. Good. 7. 6. 5. Keep pushing up through that elbow. 4. Keep that waist nice and tight. 2. And 1. Good work. Now you can keep the feet down, or you can increase the level of challenge by lifting just the lower part of the legs. Open and close. 10 more. 9, 8. Keep those heels pressing together. 7, 6, 5. Breathe through it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Keeping those legs elevated or down on the mat. We're opening, extending, bending, and closing. We've got 10 of these. That's 8. 7. Good. Keep that lower leg elevated if you've got it in that position. Good. Last 5. Working the glutes and thighs. Last 3. Keep pushing up through that elbow. No slumping. 2. Nice control. And 1. Bend and lower. Good work. So that was my right side I just worked. Now I'm going to switch on to my left side. You can come up onto your palms or down onto your forearms, whatever feels good. We're going to ensure that the wrists or the elbows are below the shoulders and the knees are below the hips. Try not to arch the spine here, so gently tuck the tailbone, plug your navel in, bend the left knee, and we're gonna lift, pointed toe up toward the ceiling. Lift. Now as you lift, I want you to really focus on your gluteus maximus, squeezing it at the top of every lift. 7, 6, imagine you're poking a hole in the ceiling with your big toe. 4, 3, squeeze that bum. 2, and 1. Now same thing again, but we're gonna lift and extend, bend. Lift, extend, bend. Good. For 8, squeeze the bum. 7, relax those shoulders down away from the ears. 6, tighten the core. 5, really flex the thighs and the calves as you extend. 3, last 2, and final 1. Hold it there. Hold, hold, hold. Lift the leg an inch higher. We're going for 30 pulses here. 10, 9, 8, 7. Pulsing that heel up toward the ceiling. 2, 1. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Lift the leg a little higher. Keep lengthening. 2 and 1. Last 10, 9, 8, 7. Lengthen through the spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, hold, hold. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift a bit higher. Nicely done. From here, we're going to come over onto the other side. So coming down onto the right forearm. Placing the elbow below the shoulder, nice and open through the chest. Bend those knees, engage that core, working into the obliques here as well as the glutes. From here, we're opening and closing the knees. Opening and closing. Good work. Stick with it. Good. Imagine something pulling tight around your waistline, keeping everything in, like a corset or a wide belt. Good. Lost count. Let's do 3 more. 2. Nice work. And 1. Good. Now elevate the lower legs if you can. Otherwise, keep them down. Opening, closing for 10. 9. 8. Plug that belly in. 7. Squeeze those glutes and thighs. 5. 4. 3. Good. 2. And 1. This is definitely a core exercise as well. Okay, now we're opening, extending, foot to the foot, knee to the knee. Open, extend, bend, and close. Open, stretch the leg, bend, and close. Open, lengthen, full extension, bend, and close. Open, stretch, bend, and close. 5 more. 5. Good. Keep pushing up through that elbow. Keep a nice long neck. Last 3. and 2. Amazing work. Last one. And lower down. Good work. Okay, now coming down onto those forearms and targeting the right side now. Elbows below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Tailbone is tucked, core is engaged. Right knee bends, and we're poking a hole in the ceiling with that right knee. Lift and squeeze. Lift and squeeze. Good. 6. Squeeze the bum. 5, 4, 3. Really focus on those right glutes. 2. Squeeze at the top of every lift. And 1. Good. Now lift and extend. Squeezing all the muscles, the glutes and the thighs and the calves. 2. Give it all you've got. 3. Engage the core as you extend. Good. 5 and 6. 7. Pointing hard through the toes. Good. And last one. Holding it there. Lifting the leg an inch higher. Plugging navel in. 30 pulses. Let's start. First 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift higher for 10, 9, 8, 7. Lengthen through the neck. Shoulders relaxed. 2 and 1. Lift higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift and hold. Squeeze everything for 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Sink back into your child's pose. Take a breath here, breathing deeply in through the nose and slowly out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Amazing work. Okay, from here we're going to get into our abdominal work. So we're going to start off with some C-curve. So from here we're going to hold on to the backs of the thighs. We're going to press into the backs of the thighs and use that positioning to really lengthen through the spine. Chin is parallel with the floor. We're going to inhale here, keeping the feet in contact with the mat, and exhale as we tuck the tailbone, curve the spine into the shape of a C, engaging, engaging, engaging those abs, and then deep inhale here, and exhale, draw belly to spine and lift. Good. Inhale. Exhale, curve back, keeping the legs stable and parallel. Inhale, and exhale, belly to spine to lift. Float the arms. Inhale, and exhale, lower. Engage the core and lift. Good. Lower. Go back a bit further if you can. Shoulders down away from your ears. And lift. Now we're going to go back and hold. Extend the right leg. Lift the leg and lower. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Belly to spine. Good. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 2 more. Lift up and lower. Last one. Lift and belly to spine to lower. Curl it up, stretch and lengthen through the spine. And we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So curve yourself back, extend left leg, inhale to lift, exhale to lower. Keep those shoulders down away from your ears. Good. 3. We're going for 6. 4. Nice job. Good. And last one. And lower. Extend both legs out long. Fold over. Nice work. Stretch and lengthen through the spine. Come back and lift up nice and tall. Then lower into your C curve. Release your right hand down by the right side. And then cover it with the left. And then switch over. Good. Left over right. Right over left. Now, if this is really strenuous on your back as you're working into the obliques, you can sit up a little taller, keeping the tension on the abs, keeping the hips facing forward. Have a look at those knees and legs. Make sure they're not swaying from side to side. You're isolating this work in those abs. Good. As you move from side to side, try to get as much of a rotation as possible while maintaining control. Let's go 6 and 5, twisting from side to side. For 4, you're doing great. Last 3, good, and 2, belly to spine, and last 1, and back to center. Amazing. Stretch out the spine, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Now we're going to move down onto the mat. So we're going to extend the left leg out long. Take the right hand around the shin and the left hand just under the knee. Hug that leg in close and then roll back into position for your single leg stretch. Keep head, neck, and shoulders elevated or lower them down to the mat. If your head is lifted, it's resting on top of your shoulders. Let's go. Alternating sides. Inhale, extend, exhale, pull the knee in. Good. Breathing in through the nose to switch and out through the mouth to draw that knee in and pull the navel down toward the spine. Really connect it with that breath. Good. Let's go 5, 4, lengthening through the toes of the extended leg. Good, and hold. Now we're going to pick up the pace for 20 quick. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Last 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Lower it down. Bring your knees in towards your chest. Take a couple of deep breaths here, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's really ensure that we're challenging our upper abs here before we finish off and move into our stretch. So let's lift the legs up really nice and high, up toward the ceiling. Take the hands over the shoulders. If you can't stretch the legs, keep them in tabletop and pulse. Little controlled pulses up toward the ceiling with those fingers. Working into the upper abs. Good. Lift, lift, lift. Final push for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. Okay, from here, we're going to roll over onto our stomachs. Take our hands on either side of our shoulders and push the mat away. Coming into a nice abdominal stretch. Stay down on those forearms if it's too much for you, up on your palms. Make sure you're not compressing in the low back, whatever position you're in. And just breathe into those tight abs. Breathing in through the nose, shoulders down away from the ears. And out through the mouth. Relaxing the shoulders. One more breath here. And good. Gently lower down to the mat. Take your right forearm so it's parallel with the top of the mat. And just grab a hold of your left foot with your left hand. And just pull that foot in toward that heel in toward the bum. You can lift up that leg slightly if you want to feel it deeper into the hip flexor, but you should feel a stretch in the front of the leg. Breathing deeply. You can rest your head on your forearm or you can keep your head elevated for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides, bringing the left forearm down, taking the right foot in the right hand and just gently pulling that heel back toward the bum. Lift that thigh up a little bit if you really want to deepen the stretch. Otherwise, just relax into it and use this time to regulate the breath, breathing deeply in through the nose and slowly out through the mouth. Good. Pull back a little bit more, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Good. From here, we're going to bring ourselves up and plant the hands down on the floor. Pike up into a downward dog. Lift those hips nice and high and pedal out the heels. Breathing deeply as we walk the dog here. Flattening out the upper back, letting the head hang between the shoulders for 3, 2, and 1. Level out the heels. Lower the knees down to the mat. Turn and face me in a cross-leg or kneeling position. Let's circle out the arms. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth as we circle those arms back. Nicely done. For 2 and 1. Hands by the sides and roll out the shoulders for 3 and 2 and 1. Set those shoulders down and back. Amazing work. Thank you so much for joining me for my first live back after the holidays. It was really great to move with you this morning, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I look forward to the challenge that starts on Monday. I hope that you're joining me for some of it or all of it. It's going to be great, and I'll see you bright and early on Monday morning for that. So take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye, guys.